Carlos Alcaraz makes official the chronic issue he'll have to deal with. The Spanish tennis player drew positive conclusions despite Spain's elimination in the Davis Cup, but acknowledges he will face a challenge that could shape his career. Talon Greek Spor's great victory in the Davis Cup semifinals, which allowed the Netherlands to reach their first final in the tournament's history, reflects Carlos Alcaraz's recent efforts. Facing the pressure of keeping the Spanish team alive, the Mercian player managed to win a tough match, clinching the first set in a challenging tiebreak. Alcaraz has experienced a bittersweet end to the season, starting with an unexpected loss to Hugo Humbert and Paris-Bercy and Spain's elimination during the group stage of the ATP Finals. His performance was hampered by an illness that affected him in the opening match against Casper Ruud, ultimately decisive. Although he recovered, he had to face the best version of Alexander Zverev this season and failed to advance to the semi-finals. The final blow came in the Davis Cup, where Spain was eliminated. Despite winning his singles match, Alcaraz couldn't secure a victory in doubles. David Ferrer surprised many by pairing Alcaraz with Marcel Granollers, a decision criticized by some who believed Rafael Nadal should have played. Alcaraz draws positive lessons from Malaga. Despite the setback, Carlos Alcaraz reflected on the positives and issued a serious statement. "I've had a new experience. I've played in the Davis Cup before, but never under the pressure of needing to win to keep the team alive. This new experience has helped me grow as a player and person, and it will benefit my career. Playing with the pressure to win and competing in doubles, something I love, with everything tied and on the line, with tough points and tense moments, is something I'll always remember. I always try to enjoy playing in Spain because it's rare, and these moments will stay with me forever," the Mercian player said late Tuesday night after Spain's elimination was confirmed. Alcaraz, like the rest of the Spanish team, focused on praising Rafael Nadal following his retirement. He emphasized the privilege of sharing these last moments and the lessons learned about the passion Nadal brings to every match. He admits the challenge for him and Sinner is immense. Alcaraz hopes to take inspiration from Nadal and help Jannik Sinner meet the monumental challenge of filling the void left by the Big Three. "It's been a privilege to witness the era of Rafa, Federer, and Djokovic, the battle between those three gladiators who are not of this world. But it has also left people with a high bar and an expectation. If we, the younger players, don't reach that level, it might be frustrating or disappointing for the tennis world," Alcaraz warned. This is the challenge he sets for himself moving forward. "I'm going to try to approach it this way, give my best every day. Rafa leaves satisfied knowing he gave everything he had, and that's what I'll aim to do. I'll try to be the best person and player I can be, and if, at the end of my career, I've achieved even half of what Rafa has, I'll be more than happy. Following in the footsteps of these legends will be incredibly difficult," the Mercian concluded. Carlos Alcaraz under the spotlight. As the season ends and with Nadal's retirement, all eyes turn to Alcaraz to evaluate his year and his future. Following Spain's early elimination in the Davis Cup against the Netherlands on debut day, the tennis season has officially ended. This defeat was particularly painful for Spain, not just due to the high expectations of winning the title but also because it marked Rafa Nadal's farewell. The Spanish legend decided to end his career after this team competition, signaling a change of guard in Spanish tennis. The chosen successor is Carlos Alcaraz, who finds himself under scrutiny as the next national leader in the sport. Together with Jannik Sinner, he has already become one of the biggest sensations at every tournament, positioning himself as a strong contender to fill the void left by the Mallorcan. However, Alcaraz has rejected this role. Despite his words, it is inevitable that all eyes are on the Mercian, especially as analysts evaluate his performance this year, in which he shone by winning major titles but closed with some uncertainty. Carlos Alcaraz's season under review. The young player from El Palmar ended the year ranked third in the ATP rankings, despite holding the second position for much of the season, just behind Sinner, his main rival. The Italian finished the year as the top player and maestro, winning the ATP finals. However, Sinner's weak point remained the Spaniard. Alcaraz claimed some of the calendar's most prestigious titles, including Roland Garros, Indian Wells, and Wimbledon, as well as the China Open, where he defeated Sinner. He also delivered a remarkable performance at the Olympics, earning a silver medal in his debut at the world's most prestigious multidisciplinary competition. Despite an overall positive season, its latter stages raised concerns about the young star's form. In the Shanghai Masters, where he was one of the favorites following his excellent run in previous tournaments, he was unexpectedly eliminated by Czech player Thomas Machak in the quarterfinals. This defeat exposed a dip in his performance, particularly in key moments, a trend that continued in subsequent tournaments. In the Paris Masters 1000, the struggles persisted. Although he won his opening match, His performance was erratic and far from his best. He was eliminated in his second match, unable to respond effectively to his opponent's challenges. This result was particularly disheartening, as the Paris tournament is traditionally a crucial benchmark for assessing players' form before the ATP Finals. The season culminated at the ATP Finals, where Alcaraz had a golden opportunity to solidify his position at the top of the tennis world. Facing Alexander Zverev as a direct competitor for the second spot in the rankings, expectations were high. Unfortunately, Alcaraz failed to advance beyond the group stage, missing a crucial chance to finish the year on a high note. This performance, marked by unexpected defeats and inconsistency, has raised questions about his ability to maintain the steadiness required during the most demanding phases of the season. The road ahead. Despite this uncertain ending, the broader picture remains impressive. At just 21 years old, Alcaraz has delivered the best season of his career, achieving significant milestones and establishing himself as one of the circuit's brightest prospects. However, the challenge now lies in learning from these recent setbacks and addressing the mental and physical aspects necessary to compete more consistently in the top tournaments. Managing pressure and adapting to different phases of the season will be critical for Alcaraz to establish himself among the world's best in the coming year. If you enjoyed this article, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, because at Tennis Zone, we are dedicated to bringing you the best information for the best audience. We provide in-depth analyses, exclusive interviews, and comprehensive coverage of everything related to the tennis world. Join our community and be part of the excitement of the tournaments with us. At Tennis Zone, we strive to offer you up-to-date and high-quality content about players, tournaments, strategies, and the most relevant events in the world of tennis.